Ladies and gentlemen, this is an audible art form, so you would ask you to close your eyes and relax. Listen to the art that we're about to make. This is called Two Horses and a Prairie.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
What was your inspiration for this audible art form?
We figured you might ask that. We get to the next last summer, Cole and I, we wanted to expand our artistic horizons. And to do this, we thought we'd have to go somewhere abroad. And we sat and thought, where could we go? And it hit us, East Asia. Next slide, please. We headed off into the outskirts of Mongolia. We came to this beautiful haven full of butterscotch farms. We met the owner and operator, Matt. Next slide, please. This is Matt, and everything he does on a daily basis is to give wounded horses and malnourished horses a second chance. Okay? So we took this selfie, and then the next morning, Matt took us out to this meadow. And we just sat and we watched the horses. And they were just prancing, and we just sat and listened. And it was this time we noticed that there's true beauty in art in sound. And this is where we got our inspiration. So, any other questions? In the balcony, yeah.
Yeah, throughout the piece I heard it resembles something like a Mitto horse around the second floor. There was something like a limp. Was that an intentional artistic piece?
We figured you might ask that. Thanks for the
To answer your question, yes. That's incredible that you got that. Let's talk a little bit about Pedro here. This is not a laughing matter, ladies and gentlemen. We met Pedro in the stables, in Butterscotch Farms in the outskirts of Mongolia. We ran across him and Matt told us his story. He said that he found him a couple years ago with his right leg completely torn apart. We don't know what happened. And Matt saw the look in his eyes and he said that he needed to save him. So he and his buddies, they got the horse and they brought him back and they nurtured him to health. And within a couple of years, Pedro was running free. And I remember the morning that we listened to him run. And the thing was, we could feel the freedom. And it wasn't that we saw the freedom. We heard it. And we heard it in each. And yes, he is a peaceful horse. And yes, the limp was because of his prosthetic leg. So, good job noticing that. Thank you.
We have time for one more question. Does anyone else have anything? Yeah?
If the prairie was to be replaced by a desert,
Hang on, I can't hear you. Can you come on? I'll hand you the mic.
Hey Silas, big fan here. If the prairie would be replaced by the desert, do you believe that the same fingerprinting technique could produce the desired emotional resonance? The same emotional depth from us as listeners? And how does it evoke the inner emotional turmoil for horses on an existential level?
So we figured you might ask that question. Existentially, the short answer is yes. We chose a warm prairie setting, and yes, the cadences reflected that. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah. If we switch to a barren desert atmosphere, it would just askew the whole thing. I don't think I used the word askew right there, but the warm prairie setting is supposed to evoke this in tranquility. In a barren desert just wouldn't do that. It would be more of a place of isolation, a place of struggle. And this would just deepen the existential dread in lives of the horses. So that's all the time we got for now, but we're going to have an open forum and cattle conference for anyone else who needs to ask questions. Hand off to Cole, and he's going to close us out, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are an upcoming group of artists, and we're trying to reach art at an audible level. And we just want to say, on behalf of us, say on behalf of us and our art program, thank you. And if you could go to the next slide, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.